Hey there, how's everybody doing? This is Andy, and we are live here, and hope you enjoy this stream. So, today we're going to go over some divergences, and then we're also going to take a look at some examples of um, using the dollar index with some of these indices so you can see another way of helping you getting into the markets here. So let's start off with some divergences, see some examples, and then we'll continue with the dollar index. Okay, so here we are today, and we're looking at a 4-minute chart of the E-mini and Q. It's the NASDAQ right here. So let's see what we have. So right away, and I really like to see these divergences just right at the New York Open. This green vertical line is the New York Open, and right away you can really see a couple things is happening right here. So let me just zoom right in here so you can see what's going on. So right here you can see the EMAs are in this transition period. So prior to that, the market was rising up right here. And right in here, this nice transition where the EMAs are transitioning from a long position going down short. Okay, and when this happens, you see a really nice pullback in here. Okay, and then we see it again right in here. It's really close to the open right here. So this is another way to get into the market as well. I like to get in with the golden signals and also spotting divergences. Not exactly the golden signals per se. It can be a slingshot signal or just a regular reversal signal right here. But right here was really nice because you were moving with the trend right now. So price here is making a higher low, and you can see the three oscillators that I have right here, they're making higher highs. So I have three confirmations right here. So to me this is like a no-brainer to enter the market. And golden signal is already there, and you can enter and you could gain some really good points. So if you had entered the market, let's just say about right here, coming down right into the zone level, one contract on NQ would have gotten you over $1,000 on this trade alone. So depending where you would exit, I would say, let's just say between $800 and $1,000 on one trade, one contract. So it's really nice to see that. Okay, so what happens here is I start the cycle all over again. So what I like to do then is see if I can find some sort of a reversal divergence signal. And I look at my oscillators, what's happening right here. And here's one that the oscillator is moving up higher. Same thing on the TSI, and the same is also, oh, it's not happening on the TTM squeeze, so we'll just leave that right there. But look what's happening here on price. Okay, you see that? So here price is doing the opposite of what the oscillator is doing. Oscillators are telling you that momentum is shifting to the upside. So here is the trading oracle signal, and you can enter the trade, and you can go right up to these highs right here. Okay, so if you did take on this trade, let's just say you went right up to these highs. Okay, this right here is, let's just say 32 points. So, between 30 and 35 points, if you went up a little higher over here, you could have made between $600 and $700 on one trade. So here you have two really nice divergence trades, and you could have gotten between $1,600, maybe a little bit less, 1,200, but definitely did very well today just with two trades. Okay, market went a little sideways, and I like to look at the VWAP also, which is right here. You can see it's going horizontal. So price right here is going in a consolidation in a range. These two peaks right in here compared to what's happening on the oscillators, on the ultimate oscillator and TSI, it does show a nice bearish divergence. And once again, here is the trading oracle signal. You take your trade right here, and you have a nice little pullback, but then look at that, it just dumps right over here. So once again, it's another nice trade, and this is also a nice liquidity sweep right in here. It just went right past these wicks that we saw right here at the open. Price dropped down, picked up liquidity, and then just shot straight up right into the end of the day. So if you're looking about right here, here you would have been in some drawdown because of the pullback, which is okay. If you went right into the lows to the left right in here into your zone area, you're looking at a little over $1,200 on a single contract right here. Okay, so you had three really nice opportunities on the 4-minute. Okay, I know yesterday was a holiday, it was Memorial Day, but there was a couple of really nice opportunities in here. I just want to show you guys real fast. So right away, you can already see the trend is moving up right in here. Okay, so here you have the open, and you can also see if there is a divergence in here. Okay, if there's not, well, it's all right. Not every trade that you'll take is a divergence. Okay, I do like to see those, but what's happening here is a very nice sequence trade, is how I like to call it. Okay, because we have VWAP right here. Okay, I've got a 200 EMA cloud, which is this darker green. This is a different EMA, which I'm testing out right here. Different EMA cloud, and what's important right here are the EMAs right here, which are the red, orange, and teal. Here they're kind of kissing right here, but it's this really nice sequence. So when you do see this, especially heading right into the open, you have a high probability that the trade is going to move with the trend, and there's going to be a lot of volume pouring in right here. So price is pushing up, and it's exactly what happened right in here. Okay, so as price pushes along, the sequence is just fabulous once again. And this right here is where you can start seeing the nice divergence right here. We have a continuation hidden bullish divergence. Price here is making higher highs. On the ultimate oscillator right here, we have equal highs. Maybe a tick shorter to this lower little drop on the ultimate oscillator, but you can definitely see the difference on the TSI right in here. I mean, my fault. That's not a divergence right in here. That's what I meant to say. On a TTM squeeze right in here, you can definitely see the difference in here. It's doing the opposite. So once again, if you play this right, which was just a very strong push to the upside, you had your golden signal right here, you had your sequence that was just beautifully shown right here. You can take in this trade. If you wanted to take an exit, you could have just gotten out right here, Okay, if not, you could have just really pushed on and, you know, go up to, it was close over here. I did have another marker right in here, but here you just started to see price just kind of losing a little bit of strength, and it was already forming another bearish divergence right in here. This is like a three peak bearish divergence. These are also pretty common, and you know, this, you know, if you look way to the left, you get to see if there is another zone, you know, a little bit lower than this one. You know, this one probably could have been it, you know, just didn't reach that high. But what's really important that's happening over here is you do have a couple of nice reversal signals right in here, and price was overextended. Okay, there was some really nice buying pressure right in here, and my TSI had already crossed in here, you know, and momentum is showing it's going downwards right in here. So even if you did get in on this first reversal signal, it's okay. You would have had a little bit of a drawdown, and price just pushed really nicely. But here is that nice bearish divergence that I was talking about. For those who weren't familiar or unfamiliar, I like to use a few of these oscillators here. The top one here is the ultimate oscillator. Some of you guys like to use the RSI, which is alright. You know, I just prefer the ultimate oscillator, the TSI, and the TTM squeeze. I only need to see the divergence on one of these three. If by chance you do get them on all three, it's just triple confirmation, which just makes the trade even better as you go down. And, you know, oops, and right in here you could have followed along with the you know, an exit right in here. Let me just do a better zone right in here, and you could have took an exit right here based off of this peak right in here, which would have been great. There was a bounce, and then, you know, price was still pushing down, and price went, look at that, this is really nice, right off the VWAP and right off of the 200 EMA cloud right in here. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you regarding divergences. There's many opportunities throughout the day. 4-minute is really nice. It's the nicest spot on. I also like to use a 2-minute, you know, especially when you have the sequence in here too, and you have a divergence that's going with the sequence, just makes the trade a little bit more special right in here. Okay, so that's that right here. I also want to go over another way of another confluence that I like to use too, and let me just get that chart set up. I want to do 3 charts right here. The top one is the top chart right here is the NQ 4-minute. The middle one is the ES, the S&P 500 4-minute, and the bottom is the dollar index right in here. So the really cool thing about this, for those that aren't familiar with this, is that with the dollar index, it shows the inverse on the ES and on the NQ. So if price on the dollar index is moving up on ES and NQ, it shows it moving down. Okay, so here's a really nice example of it right here. You can clearly see the push going up on the dollar index. And, you know, let me just zoom in a little bit more so you can get oops, sorry guys. Okay, it's not what I wanted to do. It just made price disappear right there somehow. Sorry about that. Let me, there we go. Brought that back. Okay, so once again, the dollar index is rising up, and you can just see it just really stretching up right here. And on the ES, it's pushing down right here. And then you can see at the open how it's coming down. Same thing right here on on the NQ. Okay, price is pushing down, and right at the open it's going down right here. So that's another way, another confluence that you can have in determining your trade entry. So along with divergence, this is a really nice way to find price moving in that direction right in here. Okay, so as the day goes on, you can see right here, price is just continuing to push up. Right here it is pushing up a little bit, but price on the ES and on the NQ once again start to dive right in here. Okay, so you can clearly see that. Let me just draw another arrow. So you can clearly see that as price here on the dollar index is pushing up, and now on ES price is pushing down. Okay, so another really nice thing, and this could be back tested too, is when it is picking up a nice sequence in here, red, orange, and teal, and you have some nice price action, where price is making higher highs and higher lows. You can really, down here, as it's going up, you've got the red, orange, and teal in that sequence. Okay, on the flip side over here on ES, you have it going the other way. You've got red, orange, and teal going downwards. So price is underneath the sequence on ES, and then on the dollar index, the price is above the sequence right here. Okay, usually I don't have the VWAP turned on down here, but same thing right here. The EMA cloud, price is headed above that also. So I know there was a bit more of a consolidation on NQ, but it still followed that downward push right over here. So that's another way of adding to your arsenal, another confluence, and or getting into a trade right in here. Okay, let's see if we can spot another example. The day before, I know we had the holiday, so let's see what was happening, right in here. Okay, here we have price on the dollar index. You can see it. It's pushing down. It's going downwards right through here. Okay, and even on the EMAs, you've got the red, orange, and teal, just pushing down right in here. And looking at ES and NQ, you can see how you can just already see the trend. It's like a nice sequence. Once again, price is pushing up, and on NQ right here, price is pushing up. So here we have a nice red 200 EMA cloud, just letting us know that we are in a downtrend. And then on ES and NQ, we've got a really nice green cloud letting us know that price is pushing up. And as we saw a little while ago, we've got beautiful sequence trades in here too. So that's another way, to give you a little bit of confidence in which way price is going. So that's an inverse right there, a nice inverse trade. So let's see what else is happening. See if we can find another trade. Oops, let me just kind of zoom in into everything here, get a better picture. So this was happening on Friday, right before that holiday break. So you can see what was going on with that dollar index. Man, this sequence couldn't be any stronger right in here. Take a look at this. You got the cloud right above the EMAs, the red, orange, and teal. Price is nicely right underneath it too. It's really strong. Dollar index here has been pushing down. Look at that, right through the open right in here. And then if we take a look at ES right in here, okay, we have a nice transition from short to long. So the sequence has already begun. The 200 EMA cloud is catching up, but right from here you can already see it. It's doing the opposite from the dollar index right here, and then obviously right here you can just see it pushing up while the dollar is pushing down. Same thing is happening on the NQ. Okay, you can see it right in here, that nice transition. The EMAs are lining up in that nice sequence, and once again EMA are in that red, orange, and teal sequence with VWAP and the 200 cloud. And look at that, price just shot up. So something to think about, something to back test. If you have any questions on any of this, you can always give me a shout. Just leave a message on here, or you can find us on Discord. There's information in the description below. I think this will end over here. We will see you guys on the charts tomorrow, and hope you have a nice rest of the week. Take care, everyone.